to the Get Your S.H.I.F.T Together Men's Podcast with your host, Dr. Myron Edmonds.
And we are here. And we are here. We are here.
Yeah, we're here. What's going on?
We are here. Listen, man, I'm so here today that, listen, brother, I have never been, this is going to be the weirdest way to start this show. But, you know how they say some people are full of, you know what?
Yeah.
I am not, brother. I am clear.
You were. You were.
This dude.
I am empty, brother. You know how they say when you come before the Lord, you need to empty yourself, brother. There's nothing on the inside of me, man, except the meal that I just had, brother.
Withholding nothing.
Yuck, and yuck again.
Hey, man, listen. So, how y'all doing, first of all, man? DJ Walk, what's the good word?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Blessed, man. Happy to be here.
And Hines, I know you still on a high as well from this weekend. DJ Walk, we all had a great time.
Yeah, man, I'm on a high from the weekend, but you know, the week hits in the middle between the weekend and now, right? So dealing with some stuff. But man, you know, some of the stuff we've been learning, the stuff from the conference and putting that stuff into practice. So I'm good.
I am, I got to talk about full of what? Yes. Thank you, Primo. What's up, brother?
Somebody's watching this. Please share this because this topic, folks are going to want
to know what am I for Cleon from Trinidad. What's up, brother? So I had a colonoscopy today, and fellas, I want y'all to know, do not take this the wrong way. But it was a pleasant experience. I want you to know that.
You want to restate that, man? Rephrase it.
But listen, I didn't stutter. I want you to know, man, that if this, I've had a knee surgery. It was a knee scope, but I was under full anesthesia. So when I had knee surgery and I came under full anesthesia, I don't know if any of y'all ever had surgeries before, but if you've been under, that's right. Of course yes, Jason, I know you've been under anesthesia. I feel awful after the anesthesia. I feel sick. I just feel awful and I feel groggy for I'm telling you, this colonoscopy, Primo said colonoscopy. Listen, I'm telling, listen, I'm here to encourage brothers not to be afraid of this procedure. Do not be afraid of this procedure. When I'm telling you it was pleasant, I'm telling you it's pleasant. Let me tell you why I'm saying it was pleasant. I know it sounds a little suspect the way I'm saying this, but when I'm serious, man, the hardest part about this colonoscopy is the fact that you got to drink this gallon of solution. It tastes like salt water. And that's just to get you to have the most perpetual toilet experience ever before you go. Dude, I was on the toilet all day. Yeah, I couldn't sleep last night. I'm dog tired. Y'all just woke me up for this. Dude, if you had not woken me up, seriously, Shanae woke me up because Kymone texted me. I was out cold. Anyway.
You know what else does that?
What's that?
Epsom salt.
You know what it is? It's sodium chloride. It's a sodium chloride mixture with some what they call lemon flavoring, but it was horrible though. So anyway, I had to drink that yesterday. I had to fast. I couldn't eat anything. And that was the hardest part because it was just literally on the toilet. I guess they want to clean you out real good before they stick that camera up you to check your colon. But anyway, so I was big time scared of it because back in the day, I understand that you were not asleep. So they told me, so listen to this. They told me I was going to be fully like asleep, a light sleep, a twilight sleep, not like Jason, you've had surgery before. So I'm sure you were probably under, full anesthesia or something like that, right? That's how it was with my knee. Let me tell you right now, Barone said it will clean you out. Can I get a witness in here? Somebody said, bro, let me tell you. So I went in today. The procedure lasted 30 minutes. And now here's the trick. And here's what y'all going to be blown when I tell you this. Bro, I started off sleep, but I was not asleep for like 15 minutes of that procedure.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I know that's kind of scary, right?
I was literally looking at the screen, having friendly conversation to those lovely women in there that were performing this this procedure. There were about 3 lovely women, praise God, that were performing this procedure. And literally
worse and worse and worse.
Bro, right. I'm literally looking at the screen, talking with them, and I kept asking them. I was like, "Am I really awake? Why don't I feel this?" For whatever reason, I just didn't feel it. You know what it felt like? It felt like I was having sharp pains for, like, you know, you have the sharp pain when you have like gas or something like that. Yeah, but I didn't. Other than that, I didn't feel anything. I'm saying all that to say this, fellas. Early detection is critical when it comes to prostate cancer, which I have had prostate exams, and that was not pleasant. And but it wasn't bad either. And of course, colon cancer. So you know, you got to get the colonoscopy.
Man, it's crazy.
I'm telling you, if I had to trade between what I went through over these past 2 days for the prep work, which was the hardest part, which was not that hard, and then the actual procedure itself, that's nothing compared to having colon cancer. So, fellas, we just trying to encourage, get your shift together, right? This is the Get Your Shift Together men's podcast. We believe, you know, not only your spiritual life, but your health and your wellness, early detection. Take advantage of this. Some of y'all got insurance, don't even use that stuff. I got a massage this week. I'm not paying out all this money. My insurance pays for my massages too. I'm getting everything. I had therapy last week. I'm taking advantage of everything. Y'all talk to me. What y'all think, man? Have y'all had this procedure yet or anything like it?
Not yet. So I'm guessing, because we're about the same age, Myron. The next time I go to the doctor, I'm going to have to do that. But I'll say this. It was funny to me watching your Instagram stories right after this. You look a little disappointed, man. Like it was nothing. You look like you were disappointed. It was not more intense. I don't know. But
no, whoa, come on, bro. Now you're going too far, bro.
I don't know what the word is. I used the wrong word. I used the wrong word, but you look disappointed,
man. Funny story, man. A couple of years back, probably like 8 years back, I had a real bad stomach bug, and I had to go to the doctor. And so part of it was the doctor had to, I'm trying to find a pleasant way of saying this, he had to check out and see if something was in my, you know. And that process, man, took like 45 minutes because he kept on trying to do it. And I was like, wait, hold on. It was so funny, man. My wife, man, was in there clowning. And I'm like, hold on, wait, hold on. And like, it was a big guy too, man. I was like, man, come on. You know, he gets the lubricant stuff. He's like, I'm like, oh, hold on, bro. Hold on, man. Hold on.
I'm dying, man.
Man, so that, but man, he did it, man. It was crazy. So I'm not looking forward to that exam, but I know I got to have it done because I'm not as old as y'all players, you know what I'm saying? But still, I got to have it done pretty soon, man.
Hold on. First of all, did you hear what he just said? Now, you know, Jason, he doesn't like telling people his age. I don't know when this started. Dude is clearly 43 years old. He's not trying to tell nobody he's 43. Because I know your wife. I Googled you. I Googled you, man. I'm tired of this, man. He act like he in his 80s or something, man.
I grade very early on in life. Okay, I grade when I was like 21 years old. I had gray hair, so don't let the gray fool you. But still, man. All right,
you got 2 years. You got 2 years before you get this exam.
No crimes with you, bro, because you're gonna sing like a canary, man.
Kymone, they say when I first went to. By the way, all of this happened as a result of Brothers in the Winning Circle. Shout out Winning Circle. Y'all go check it out. menswinningscircle.com. All of this was because of Brothers in the Winning Circle been, trying to hold one another accountable to go see the physician. So I went to go see my primary, and I was almost sure he was going to be like, 50, because I called my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law's an anesthesiologist. He was like, yeah, don't worry about it. It's not going to be till you're 50. I went in that joint. The insurance companies done moved that thing down to 45, bro. You hit 45, and you go see your primary. So, Kymone, get ready to bend over, brother.
Listen, if you say this is not as bad as a prostate exam, that's fine, because that prostate exam, boy, woo.
Kymone, one thing that I've noticed about the later podcast is mine gets a little bit looser the later the podcast. Those 8 o'clock podcasts, those be a little spicy, man. So we got to watch this, brother, man. When you be like, all right,
Well,
right.
it could be the drugs. It could be the drugs, man.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, man, the conference. Talk to us, man.
Yeah. Before we jump in there, somebody just, I'm not going to post it, but they were like, they thought we were going to talk about something else. Listen, y'all, we're getting to the subject matter. We're just warming up. We're getting to the subject matter. We're going to be talking about simps and squares, Russell Wilson and Ciara and Future and Channing Crowder and what kind of man do brothers think a woman wants. Anyway, I hear an echo. I'm not sure. Does that mean? Do y'all hear the echo?
No, that's you.
Oh, okay.
But let me segue, man. Shout out to everybody that came to the Men's Breakthrough Conference. It was a phenomenal experience. I got to meet a whole bunch of brothers, man, from all over, guys that be on the podcast. And I just want to say, man, if you missed this conference, you definitely missed something that was life-changing, man. The speakers were awesome. We got into everything from spiritual to relational to the bedroom. It was amazing, man. One of the best conferences I ever been to, and I've been to a ton of conferences, but this stuck out so much because it was brothers, man, brothers from all over races, all different ages, coming together, really pouring out their souls, looking for answers and finding answers. Man, it was a phenomenal conference, and I encourage everybody when we bring it back, you gotta be there, man. You can't take no for an answer. You gotta be there. Planes, trains, automobiles, camels, I don't care. You got to be there. You got to make it to the Men's Breakthrough Conference. I'm speaking it right now. I'm claiming it 2023.
That's good.
Oh, for sure. That's not it's going to happen. Highlights. Give me your highlight, Kymone. What was the highlight?
So, I mean, I'm going to pick two. There's so many I could pick. Listen, every speaker was phenomenal. Every speaker. Ronnie Vanderhoos, John Nixon, Joe Nwange, Noah Washington, Ron Edmonds, Myron Edmonds, all amazing. Noah Washington's presentation for me on purpose, man, I'm still trying to wrap my brain around what Noah was saying. In terms of it was so good, it was so impactful. It's like one of those things where you can't tell it to someone. You just receive it.
You got to be there.
And then of course Sunday morning was just bananas. I mean, the breakthroughs. I mean, I think a lot of brothers got healed, set free. The exercises we had to do, that thing challenges. So you didn't just hear something, you had to put it into practice. So those are my highlights. How about you?
You know, honestly, man, I'm still speechless. I've been trying to process. You know, your boy Chris Rock says he ain't said nothing yet because he's still trying to process what happened. Seriously, man, I'm just like, what happened? Yeah. Literally, man. We planned out, you know, what I thought would have been a good conference. Mm-hmm. I did not think it was going to be epic. Like that's to me, and so the next level from good would be great. I thought we were planning a good conference. It was epic.
Yeah.
Like dudes were saying it was the best experience they ever had in their life. Not just best conference. That's what I'm in a mastermind with some other brothers that were there. And they were saying, man, it changed my life.
Facts.
I'm seriously, man. And all I can say is we had a bunch of crazy dope speakers that talked about men's issues in a unique way. But I think it was that last day for me when, you know, my dad shared his story and then I kind of came behind him on that. And then just seeing the reaction of brothers to that experience. And you talking about, you know, I don't know. This may not encourage some brothers to be like, I don't know if I want to go anywhere and cry, but I'll just tell you, the experience was so powerful that there was a freedom in the room where brothers did not feel ashamed to show emotion. They were worshiping. It was, I mean, bro. Listen, and
I think the ripple effects of this, man, people were starting connections, talking with brothers they hadn't met, reconciling with family members, reaching out to your spouse. It was just amazing.
Yeah, it was really incredible. Somebody actually, I'm trying to see what some of these brothers are saying. It's Van Dion. He's here in the comments. Shout out to Van Dion. He is our conference director and programmer. That photo, I wish I could put that photo up. But that photo was amazing. Basically, what the photo looked like? How'd you describe it, Kymone? It showed a man with missing pieces who was the father, and his son had just one missing piece, and he wanted to just complete his son with
that thing right
Very
there.
powerful, man. Very powerful. And it just spoke volumes to me because, recently, I moved my father into my house, and just, that whole thing about my mom passing in our relationship. And it just really brought home some good points, man, to come home and talk to my dad about it. It was just phenomenal. Like I said, it was life-changing. And I think a lot of brothers got a lot of healing that weekend.
Yeah. Kymone, man, brother, you were touched by that experience, man. And one of those assignments that you gave us on the spot was, hey, man, text your father right now and tell him how much you appreciate him. I see you. I don't know how I could add that. Yeah, it was this one right here.
Woo.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that experience texting your father. A lot of brothers text their fathers things that they probably had not felt before, appreciation and gratitude. And nevertheless, they still showed their love to their pops, man. Why did they do that? Tell folks why you had them to do that.
Yeah, so I think, we come to conferences and we are experiencing one thing, and there are people who we have to say something to, and we almost saying, go back and do it. And we want it in this conference, like you're experiencing breakthrough and you're going to help other people to experience breakthrough as well. So send something to your wife, send something to another brother, and then send something to your dad. And we had planned this, right? We had planned these challenges without knowing how this thing was going to end. And when it ended, I almost wondered, should we still have people text this, right? Because I don't want to, break up the mood of what it was, but it just felt like, no, this is providential. So the text was text your dad, your father, or a father figure in your life, some words of how you feel about him. Just a word of affirmation and encouragement. So I give the challenge, and I had to go backstage to do it because, whenever you and your dad present together, you've seen this. It always brings emotions in me. I think about my dad. I think about my son. But I had to go back there and process what I was going to send to my dad, and so that was a breakthrough moment for me.
I actually had a breakthrough moment when the conference was over. And I got to shout out DJ Walk, and we're going to hop into to our subject. But, Jason, man, you've talked a lot about, you've always been one of the most transparent people I know from RIP. Ever since we've met you, that's who you've been. And you talked openly about your relationship with your father, the passing of your mother, and then your dad, and then some stuff that has, happened as a result of him grieving. We talked about that in the previous show. So I threw my back out during the conference on the last day, man. I'm limping around, man.
Shout out to John Nixon.
I can't with y'all, man. I can't with y'all. Y'all
Yeah. So listen, man. So Jay drove the whole way. We drove together. He drove the whole way back from Maryland to Cleveland, which is a 5.5 hour drive. And Jay has had some back problems before too. So he has some little device, man, that will massage your back. Man, bro, I'm telling you that as soon as I used that joint, bro, I was able to get up and walk like I hadn't before. So that thing was amazing. But anyway, I got this image in my mind, Jay, when I saw you and your pops drive up. Bro, man, I don't know why, but I don't know if you see what I see, but every time you and your dad always seem like y'all are like brothers to me. Always. I've always, for the way y'all talk to each other. Yeah. I mean, the fact that he's with you right now, like, I just want to shout you out, bro. You honestly, you've been living this long before we started doing this podcast, and you have ups and downs with your dad, but y'all always seem close to me, and it has been an inspiration to me. I just want to say that to you, bro. That was inspirational. After the conference, see you and your dad rolling up together. I guess you didn't have to ride with him, but I mean, you was like, listen, man, let me live this thing, man. Let me just take a quick trip with my dad and help this brother, get his legs back.
Definitely, man. That listen, don't get too comfortable with my massage. I need that joint back, man. Okay, it actually goes around your neck. You put it around your neck, and then massagers get all in your neck, man. That thing is life changing, bro.
It was serious. It got right on the knots of my back. But anyway, we got to get in this subject today. We got to. I thought about you, DJ Walk, off rep. Well, anyway, I'm gonna play this video. Channing Crowder, former player for the Miami Dolphins, now hosts alongside who we got, Fred Taylor and Ryan Clark, which I think is one of the best podcasts. Honestly, hated to see them break up with I Am Athlete, but both of them are doing a phenomenal job dealing with men's issues. And so I want to shout them out real quick. But they just did a podcast recently, which actually had nothing to do with the subject. They were talking about free agency. And so they end up talking about your boy, Jason Russell Wilson. And then Channing, man, took this as an opportunity, man, to take a shot. Man, at your boy, Russell Wilson.
Yeah, if Russell had that bread, she ain't gonna be with him. Russell Square. Russell Square. Ciara had she has a good situation, but you don't leave Future and get with Russell Wilson.
The thing is,
I think that's what you don't leave Future and get with Russell Wilson. Like, it's a type. Listen, bro, everybody got a type.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody has a type. You gonna leave Future and get with Russell Wilson? He's so damn square, and I love him on the field. He's a square.
Channing.
He's a fucking square.
Channing, you go from this level of toxicity, you just want something stable. You want the guy that was sitting with that girl with that big old mouth at the draft that was laughing, and you knew she deserved to be with him.
Goofball?
Yeah, you want that guy.
You want to get with goofballs.
Yo, man, you know what's funny, man? This dude, and I love this. Twitter went bananas over this situation. I don't know if y'all got to see some of the tweets, but I'm looking at Yahoo right now. My wife sent this to me. It says, Twitter dragged Channing Crowder. First of all, Black Twitter is not always on the right side of history. But I want to shout out Black Twitter. You already know where I'm coming from. Black Twitter dragged Channing Crowder. And I don't know what is Channing Crowder talking about. This dude's married. I don't know. He just went for your boy Russell Wilson out of nowhere, treated him like what they're calling a simp. We'll talk about that later, and called him square. But anyway, Black Twitter went in and basically took your boy Channing Crowder to virtual hellfire for him calling Russell Wilson a square for being a stand-up husband to Ciara. Anderson is already saying, he said, men, and this is what I understand, brothers are defending Future like they're dating him. It's weird. What's up, fellas? Y'all talk to me. This brings to me like a lot of different issues to the fore, but something that many of us probably have had to deal with, which is this idea of what women want in a man. You know, Ciara and Jay, I know you could talk about this. You're the most, I would say, you're the most socially connected out of all of us in terms of what's going on the streets.
On the block.
But on the block. But Ciara has dated Bow Wow. She's dated Amari Stoudemire. She's dated Future, 50 Cent. And I ain't gonna lie, I was shocked when her and, first of all, I just saw that they had got married. I didn't even realize that they was dating. But anyway, so when she got with Russell Wilson, who is known to be a stand-up guy, he's a great football player. Before we even say that, he's a phenomenal quarterback, very underrated, Super Bowl champion quarterback, by the way. But anyway, so this is the conversation tonight, and I thought this was something we had to discuss because it sometimes puts, quote unquote, certain kind of guys in a category that people would call simps or squares. So before we even get into this, because I really want Jason to be the first one to address this, because Jason, this is your boy. We were not planning on talking about this. And I know this is not on the level of Will Smith and Jada and Chris Rock, but to me, this is worthy of discussion with men because there's a lot of brothers that feel like they're catching L's in this regard. But Kymone, can you tell the people what the definition of a simp is? What is a simp?
Funny thing, I had to go look it up, right?
Or a square, and all they're the same thing.
Yeah. So I had to go look it up in the most reputable dictionary there is, the Urban Dictionary.
Heck yeah.
It says a simp is someone who does way too much for a person they like. So let me use it in context. Brian, right? The simp. I bought her a car and a house and we're not even dating. then the person says, "You a simp." That's a definition.
Well, that's all they got. Do they have any other? Is there any other nuances?
No, I left out some words in the whole sentence, but no, that's it. That's all they got.
So a simp. What is a simp? What is a simp, Jay? Jay, I know you know what a simp is. Come on, what's a simp?
I mean, he pretty much summed it up, man. I just fumbled my mic, man, so now I'm all out of focus. But yeah, he just summed it up, man. You know, I don't know, man. I can't too much agree with that statement, man. You know, guys, I don't know, man.
Is he soft? Is a simp soft? He seems like he caters to his woman.
I don't think that catering to your woman is a simp, though. That's not a simp.
So what is a simp?
She has to be your woman. That's number one, okay? Now, if you're doing too much for somebody that you're just dating, first of all, I'm glad Russell Wilson dated Ciara because Ciara was for the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he saved her life, huh?
She was for the streets, bro. He got her about them streets, you know what I'm saying? But, man, with this topic, man, you know, I can't call a brother that's doing a lot for the lady that he loves a simp. Now,
well, in all fairness, Channing Crowder called him a square, but as I was looking through the Twitter comments, people were almost, I won't say they were using them interchangeably, but they were calling him both. So just for fairness, because you need to go in tonight. What's a square? What is a square? What is
unexciting, unadventurous, dull?
All right, so a
that's
square,
me.
So a square and a simp is two different things, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Right now, if you watched a famous movie called The Mac,
haven't seen it.
Why you never seen The Mac?
That's some old school stuff, man. Go ahead.
Too young for that.
So a square was the dudes that were not involved in any street activity. You know,
that's right.
So if you're not out there, for lack of a better word, if the pimps wasn't out there, you know, if you wasn't around the pimps and the players and the hustlers, you know, they called you a square. He's hey man, leave him alone, man. He's square. You know, somebody pull up on you, you know, try to flex on you. Hey man, leave him alone, man. He's square. You know, he don't know about this life. That's different than a simp. A simp is a dude that's just out here buying cars, purses, clothes, diamonds, and not even with the woman. You know what I'm saying? He's over courting, if that's a thing.
He's over courting. So yeah.
So let me ask you a question.
Men can't do that. Okay. All right.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think, right, and since it's a men's podcast, do you think brothers might relate to this, that what women might be interested in one point in their life and what might make a guy more popular at one point in life is not what people look for, you know, at a certain stage of maturity.
Agree, but what I'm trying to figure out, hold on. How can they call an NFL player? Now listen, let me just
swear.
Yeah, because he did say Channing Crowder was like, yeah, no, don't get me wrong. You know, he talked about he's a beast on the football field. Those weren't his exact words. He was just like, but almost like off the field, he's square.
Well, Russell's a Christian.
Well, I mean, but
that's what it sounded like to me.
You know, it's the word. Russell is square. You know, he's not from the street. He doesn't get himself in street.
So is this a compliment? Is this a compliment to call?
There's a backhanded compliment if it's anything.
I don't think it's a backhanded compliment. There's street dudes, hustlers, dudes that get into, you know what I'm saying, the streets. And then there's dudes that square that just stay out the way. But I'm here to say there's nothing wrong with per se being a square. You know what I'm saying? You got to take care of your family. If you're not, you know what? Something that's worse is a dude that's a square trying to act like he's not.
Well,
those are dudes that get their.
Oh, by the way, Sean Hunt, shout out Sean Hunt, who's in the winning circle. And one of the members of my church, Grace Community, shout out to them. He says a simp has always been the opposite of a pimp. A pimp controls their woman. A simp is controlled by their women, which is probably why they kept coming for Will Smith, calling him a simp. Okay, so we got that cleared up. Back to the square thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Walk, I got something after you then.
Oh, no, I'm done, man. But one point that I want to make, man, I'm tired of these brothers tearing each other down in the media.
It's the second time. Second time.
Will Smith, now the Pivot Podcast brothers. We got to lift each other up, man. You know, we got to lift each other up, put each other in a positive light. We got to quit throwing each other up under the bus in this media. It's not a good look and it doesn't show unity within the black community, the black male community. So let's just put a bullet in that right now, man. We have to quit throwing our brothers under the bus in the media. It's not a good look. It's not.
I think we've been socialized to do this, man. From the time that we're kids until now, it almost feels like the bad guys, quote unquote, right? Or the good guys finish last. How many brothers? I know I talk to brothers a lot, and what I'm hearing from a lot of brothers is they feel like in certain stages of their life, women don't want a Russell Wilson kind of guy. They don't want to date a Russell Wilson kind of guy, but at some point they want him to be a father and a husband. By the way, Russell Wilson responded. Russell Wilson, they feel, responded to Channing Crowder. And you know what his response was on Twitter? It was his response. Y'all about to fall out. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such things there is no law. Galatians 5:22-23.
I mean, what is he going? What else do you expect him to say, bro? He's not from the street. He's not going to put up a mean tweet and clap back at him.
What's interesting is I don't think. This is going to sound weird. I'm not defending Channing at all. I think he was more making a statement about her than he was making a statement about Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
His thing was, if Russell Wilson didn't have the status that he has, he has the NFL quarterback, the Super Bowl winner, the money, whatever, that she may not have given him a look. Because if you look at the other people she's been with, when he talked about Future, et cetera, they had a little bit more edge to them. And Russell doesn't have that edge. So what
it seemed out of character.
Right.
So the
attractiveness for him, what he is saying is probably his money and his status. So that's his point. Not now anybody who just came in on what I just said. That's not my point. I'm just explaining his point.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Kymone. I think it was more about her than him.
I thought it was about him. I think he came for him. It was so when I I think it's both. That's what I'm saying. When I was watching the full context, they were talking about free agency, and then they started talking about Russell Wilson, and then this dude just out of nowhere. Y'all know how Channing Crowder is. He kind of off the chains. He just comes out of nowhere, and he's talking about how the dude is square. And he was like, he's a effing square. But it's like he's square. He's square. Yes. Now, I think he was saying, obviously, in reference to Ciara, but I think he was trying to be derogatory in his frame of mind about Russell Wilson. Like, he's corny. I think what he was saying is he's corny. He's corny. The only reason why you with him is because he got money. But if he didn't have no money, would you be with him? And so I want to ask y'all that question. If on the street, there was Russell Wilson and Future, and neither one of them was a celebrity, like which one of them dudes would women be attracted to, generally speaking?
Well, here's the thing. These are grown women. She's grown. She has a child. She has a family. Like the things that people are looking for, I think now is not like, I think who's at the stage that Channing is at. We're not looking at guys as corny and stuff. It's like the things that are important now aren't edge and that kind of stuff. It's like, do you have certain things in place? Can you take care of a family? Are you invested in something? Like that's where you're going now. You're not, it's almost like what's important. And I think he almost missed the value there with that statement.
He sounds stupid, to be honest. I mean, I know Jay and I know we've been lately trying to, add a little debate to this, but man, I just don't. Either way, if you're talking about Ciara, let's just say he was talking about Ciara. Dude, is it all right? I like what Ryan Clark said. Maybe she got tired of being in toxic relationships. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she grew up and realized that she actually needed somebody who covered. Man, me and Jason, we had posted on right on this screen a few podcasts ago a picture of Russell Wilson and Ciara. They were at some worship service. Russell was on his knees with his hands lifted. His wife was worshiping, man. Maybe homegirl finally came to her senses that, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be, what is it? The definition of insanity is you keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Maybe she realized that lifestyle is not going to produce what she wants. and you know, turn that thing around. But do we really know Russell Wilson's? I mean, what is his background? How we know he wasn't a different cat running around with women and stuff like that? We don't know what his. It was just trash, man. I'm just dude, man. Shut up. You sound stupid.
I don't know, man. Russell got like a little perm, man.
No, dude, that's his hair. That's his natural hair. See,
I'm saying he got like a little perm, man. You know what I'm saying?
Put it this way. Put it this way. Now, usually if we talk about the Pivot podcast, you're not really talking about the stuff that he is saying. You know what I'm saying? I think what's sad is that he's pushed Russell down to almost lift himself up, which is a sad thing that we sometimes do. That's what.
Yeah, but I don't know if you noticed on the Pivot podcast some time ago, they had on there Floyd Mayweather. He was on Floyd Mayweather's jock, bro. Look, when I'm telling, dude, the way that he was showing deference to him, I don't know. And the funny thing is, Channing Crowder is not even from the streets. I think his dad played ball. He's slightly from some privilege. And so it's weird, like how we as men, like we low key love to venerate. And this kind of goes back to a conversation we had before. We love to venerate like these stereotypical versions of men that are generally like, you know, unemotional, you know, womenizers, you know what I'm saying? Got money, kind of I don't care kind of mindset, not good boys. We venerate that stuff. Maybe vicariously we want to be that guy, but those guys are not happy. I don't think they are. Those guys are not happy. If you ever see I guess there are. I guess they're 80, 90-year-old brothers, you know what I'm saying, who've destroyed every relationship in their life and destroyed, you know, and they're happy. I don't see that. I see a lot of brothers. We all know. We're seeing it right now. There's a lot of brothers I know right now who want to get their shift together, who have lived that lifestyle, and they're tired of that, and they want to get to a place, man, where they experience love and they got some peace. Ain't no drama going on.
Yeah, man, you won't get a hot take from me, man. Not tonight, man, because I agree with you 100%, man. I mean, you know.
Well, you are a little biased with regard to the subject.
I mean, but it's just maturity comes with age, man, with some guys. I'm not going to say that as a general statement, but with some guys, maturity comes with age, you know. And same thing with women, you know. Women don't want to be, you know, with guys that aren't stable, don't have a lot of things going for them in the streets constantly. You know, it just comes with age that you just want to settle your life down, you know, for your children and just in general. The bigger topic is, what do females think is attractive?
Thank you. Thank you.
Very interesting, right?
Thank you.
As I was doing some research on this, I found a clip about with Russell Wilson.
How you guys doing your research, man?
I was doing some research, right? And he was on a talk show, and they asked him, how did he get Ciara? And this was his story. He said that he had his wallet on the table, and, you know, he didn't have a fancy wallet. He didn't have a designer wallet. It was just an old beat-up wallet, right? And as he's talking to Ciara, he's with her, chopping up game with her, and she asked, like, yo, what's up with that wallet? What's up with that wallet, man? What's going on? You know, because he's Super Bowl winning quarterback. You would think he would have a, you know, Christian Dior wallet, Gucci wallet, something, you know what I'm saying? And he looks at her, he says, you know, what's wrong with my wallet? And she's just like, you know, it's old, it's beat up. And then he turned to her and said, you know what, this is on the internet, you can find it. He said, one thing about my wallet, it shows consistency. He said it shows consistency. And, you know, when you're with me, you always going to win, or something like that, he said. And so he was just confident. He was confident in his game. And when he got Ciara. And so I asked my wife, I was just like, babe, you know, what is one of the things that you know, or that you've seen in me that, you know, you found attractive? And even before me, when you were single, what were some of the qualities that you looked for in men? And she said, one thing I always looked for was confidence. Women like a man that's confident, you know, and that brother is very confident. He knows himself, even with his text. I mean, his tweet that he just put up, he wasn't all shy about it. He quoted scripture. This is who I am. I'm confident in who I'm not. in who I am. I'm not going to try to act like somebody I'm not. You're going to get this scripture in the name of Jesus.
That's right. That's right.
And that's all it's going to be. I'm not going to clap back at you. I'm not going to act fake or I'm not going to act like I'm some type of thug. I'm not. You know, you're going to get this good scripture and have a good day, sir.
We need to celebrate brothers that stand on their own 2 feet. Right. Exactly. And they are who they are. Yeah. And honestly, I mean, I know I don't want to do this because it probably feeds more into the stereotype, but just because this is a men's podcast, if I saw Russell Wilson, you know, just walking down the street and Future, I don't think Future want them problems, man. Have y'all seen Russell Wilson play football? Have y'all seen this man play? This guy's one of the toughest. He is one of the toughest players in the NFL. I love this comment from Twitter. It said, "Black men's public image needs to be repaired because I don't think there is another community or culture in the world where a man like Russell Wilson would be considered lame or corny." Bro, nobody calls Tom Brady lame or corny. Nobody called Peyton Manning or this guy. I mean, both of those guys are family men. Both of those guys have crazy endorsement deals. They're all Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. But it's like, if you black, you gotta be tough, a womanizer. Can't have have any values. That's some trash.
I'm gonna say what everybody is thinking, but I'm gonna say the truth, man. In black culture, in some degree, we celebrate toxicity. I'm not saying it right now, but we celebrate toxic behavior.
Yeah.
Look at our sites, the Shade Room, and all the other stuff. We celebrate toxic behavior. We celebrate that stuff. You know, one of the shows that he got a lot of money off of was, all the wives show, you know what I'm saying? Housewives shows, the housewives and all that. Well, in doubt that there are some white housewives shows. There are. It's not just all black.
Yeah, well, everybody's watching what I like to call ROA. My wife hates that, but Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's got to be the number one show. Yeah.
Everybody's watching the black reality shows, and those black reality shows are toxic. Yeah. And we celebrate toxic behavior. And that's just the bottom line. We celebrate toxic behavior.
Yeah.
You know?
Yo, Jason, you said some earlier, man. It's allowing people to be who they are. Like Russell.
Sorry, Andy, I got big teeth, man. I couldn't pronounce it.
Yeah. You talked about that confidence. You know what I'm saying? Confidence in this is who I am. And it's so interesting that so many times we want to like put on somebody else's story. This is, I was in the streets. It's like, man, that's not your story. That's not my story.
That's not you.
And it's okay to be who you are, be confident in who you are. And that confidence, like, that's attractive. That confidence is attractive. And I think for some brother out here, just know, man, be confident in who you are. Because your vibe will attract your tribe. Your vibe will attract your tribe.
Yeah. I done seen it go left, man. I done seen some dudes,
that's true.
Front like they from the streets and put themselves in situations and end up getting, smacked up or confronted by somebody or ran up on, you just can't do that.
Let me read this. This is from two brothers from Facebook. By the way, when I announced that we were having this conversation on Facebook, there was a lot of comments. And I just want to bring out two brothers' comments and get your reaction. Adrian Lee, some of us know him. He said, here's what makes this conversation so funny. The women are all for Russell Wilson. In the thread. It says, while the men who desire women make fun of Russell Wilson. Yo, I can't lie. As I was looking at the thread, all the women were like, give me a square. I'll take a square all day. If a square is like Russell Wilson, got his finances in order, the brother is he's muscular, you know what I'm saying? He's a man of God, you know what I'm saying? He's cool where he is. By the way, Russell Wilson can dance. And I just want to say to my wife right now, because my wife, I cannot dance at all, but I know my wife has a weakness for dancing, man. And honey, I'm getting there. I'm taking a few lessons. I'm trying. My footwork is getting better. I got you.
Name Myron.
But it's true. It's like the dudes are going hard for some of these cats in the street, going hard for your boy Future. And I'm just like, half these, it's just like the guys going for Jordan versus the conversation with LeBron. I'm sorry. I'm just talking about character. I'm not talking about balling, but it's the same thing. It's like for whatever reason, we root for these guys that represent a toxic masculinity. Like for whatever reason, if a guy is not that, if he cries, if he shows emotion, if he has morals, if he, you know what I'm saying, if he's clean cut, I don't get that. That's why I don't. It's just beyond me. So listen to what this brother. Last quote. He says, "This is from Farah Pierre." He says, "I think most women." now I got. He said, "I think most women want a future with Russell qualities." Your thoughts?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Girls love good bad guys.
Why?
Slash bad guy. You know, you gotta have a little bit of both.
Look.
Why though? Why do you think? Because I agree with that.
Man, it's all love. Man. I know it was just shout out to Van Dion, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, man. I was just playing with you. Yeah, I mean, girls love a little bit of here's
the question.
What age group we talking about?
What age group when you say, because it's like, is it women we talking about?
Yeah,
girls?
Women like a little bit of both, man. Just a little bit of, I don't know about that. You gotta have a little bit of both. Just a little bit of both.
Okay, I'm a pastor. I deal with a lot of. I do think I'll say like this. I think to Hugh's point, I do think in our community we have. And I shouldn't say it's not just black people, but since we're talking about, I do think that we have sort of celebrated the toxic masculinity. Culturally speaking, it's like been okay. But I do see a lot of, now I'm not trying to blame the women, but I'm saying maybe it's because so many brothers have bought into this that sisters are just buying into potential and hoping one day that future becomes Russell. That's what I think happens. I think they'll take Future because they see a Russell Wilson in him and they think they can change him and make him into that. So,
ain't no change in the grown man.
I'll stop right there. Huh?
Ain't no change in the grown man.
But people think that way.
That's the number one mistake you make if you're going into a relationship with, I'm going to change this person. They're going to change. You're going to frustrate yourself.
Yo, hey, what's up, bro? Ramon says, I'm single out here in the dating world. Most men who are married for a long time don't see what we men who are dating see. And I'm telling you, well, say more, man, because I am seeing that a lot of brothers are feeling like, especially if they can quote unquote good guys, they getting the short end of the stick. But let me go with something that Kymone said. I think Kymone said this, or maybe it was a comment here. Let's flip it at what we as men want, right? So let's flip it. They say that a man wants a saint in the streets, but a freak in the street, but a freak in the sheets. Am I the only one that's ever heard that? Y'all sitting here looking at? Hey, Jason, you gonna blank look me? You gonna blank look me right now?
It's getting late at night.
No. I think this. Hey, listen, I'm telling you right now, y'all gonna sit here in front because y'all in front of all these people.
Let's go back to the ladies. Hold up. I just gotta go back to the ladies. I want to talk to my ladies real quick.
Don't leave me hanging here. I want to know.
I'm gonna come back.
All right.
Ladies, you don't want some dude that don't got no backbone. You know that you like to feel protected. You don't want a guy that's so good that if somebody step up to you and disrespect you or say something crazy, he gonna shy away or turn the other cheek all the time. Now, it is good to turn the other cheek. I ain't saying that you got to Will Smith everybody, but women like to feel like their man will protect them and always have their back and be able to steadfast with them when need be.
So you're saying that's why women are attracted to the hustlers and to the gangbangers, because they're not protecting them. They beating up on them. You know what I'm saying? They cheating on them. They bringing back STDs. They making them share with other women.
You're going far left, Myron.
No, I'm not.
You're going far left.
Bro, I'm telling you what I know from counseling a lot of couples, that a lot of times what I see is when a woman, I think you're right. They want that because that appearance of toughness says to them, I am protected. But I'm saying with that toughness, they may be protected from the streets, but they're not protected from the danger that brother brings in the house himself.
That's why I said women like a little bit of both. They like a guy that, is per se culturally a good guy, but still has that edge that they are comfortable knowing that he'll always protect me. He'll always have my
I agree with that. Yes, a woman definitely. Go ahead, Kymone. I think a woman is looking for a level of the dude has a backbone. He's got some leadership in him. And I think when I see Russell Wilson, I see that. But that's why I said what I said a few seconds ago. Russell knows who Ciara is. Yeah, I mean, maybe Russell wants a worshiping woman, and he wants a woman like Ciara. Like, y'all playing games with me. Okay. Don't squirm in your seat.
Listen,
you know I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, you ain't lying, brother. Well, nobody want all the way good girl all the time. When them lights turn off, it's time to get a little naughty, right?
You want Mary Magdalene, or do you want?
You gotta have a combination of both.
Oh
man.
Go ahead,
Kymone protecting his brand right now.
Yeah,
he's protecting his brand. I'm about to put him in a corner. Kymone, do you want a saint in the streets and a freak in the sheets? Answer that question, man of God.
One Kareem, man. That's it. That's all I want.
What you say?
I use my wife's name. I say all I want is Kareem, man.
Oh my goodness, this guy, man. He's so. This is we gotta have Kymone, Myron, because we need somebody to keep everything. Kymone is never gonna say nothing off cut, man. It ain't off cut.
Well,
I'll applaud you for that, Kymone.
Hey, I can't wait till this podcast is over because there's some things I need to say to Kymone.
Oh man! Listen, but I think no. So DJ Walk, there's something you said earlier, and I'm gonna go back to that. I know it sounds like I'm saying this over. The guy who you talk about, the rough guy, whatever, he might be more confident in who he is than sometimes the guy who is clean cut. And I think that's attractive. That is attractive to women. And I think, imagine if that good guy is trying to pretend like he's the other guy. He'll never be a good model of that. And so it's almost like, listen, be you and be confident in who you are. And the right person, they'll see you, right? Look at Ciara, like she saw him for who he was. You don't see Russell Wilson trying to dress like the other guys like she was with before, but he was him and he's confident in who he is. And I think for anybody on any side of this thing, man, just be confident in who you are. Don't try to put on somebody else's persona because you see them getting what you think you want. Just be you.
Yeah, I think, Kymone, that's a good word. I think it's a good word, and here's why. And this goes back to what Jason was saying. And I think that's why this podcast is so important. I think the work that we're doing is incredibly important because I think what we're trying to do is we're trying to reframe what the ideal man looks like. Or, we were not Kevin Samuels, you know what I'm saying, which is on one end, you know what I'm saying? And we're not like, trash talking dudes on the other end. But we're trying to create a balance, right, where a brother can be, you know what I'm saying, a man of character, man who loves the Lord. He's going to be emotionally connected to his spouse. He doesn't mind crying. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't mind showing his emotions. And he's also a leader. Mm-hmm. He also stands for something. He also is a man that is strong enough that he can, carry his family. And I will say this, and this is sort of an aside, right? Bro, there's a lot of men because they did not have the examples in their lives. See, you got some of these brothers, man, were raised by the hustlers and the pimps and the drug dealers. And so all they got was the toxic stuff, which was strength and, protection and stuff like that. But a lot of men in general just have not had the examples. We've not had the examples on what it is to be a man. And so we're out here trying to figure it out. And what we're doing is like, we're looking at our finger, putting it in the air, trying to see where the wind blows based on what women want. Why can't this is what I'm saying. I don't think any man should try to cater to what a woman wants. I think a man should have values, have principles, and those principles need to be governed by something greater than him, like his faith. He need to roll with that. And as Kymone said, whatever that attracts, that's what he's going to attract. Because to me, I don't think you should move to the simp category either, where you're just doing stuff to try to cater to women. How many of us have made that mistake in our marriage? I don't think anybody should be catering to the other person and compromising their values. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Let me say this, and you might want to take down the comment. So I look back on who I was when I was younger. I look back on that, and I see the people who were quote unquote popular back then, and I see what I thought I needed to do in order to attract or whatever. And I look and I realize now, no, I made the right decision. I didn't compromise who I was, because I would have ended up mismatched with someone else, because eventually the real me would have come out, and then I'd be with someone who that's not really who I am. So I've almost like put myself into a mold to get you to like me. And now I'm with you, but then eventually I become who I'm supposed to be. And then you just like, what is this? And I think that's something you gotta be really careful. Don't go put on someone else's armor, someone else's persona, just so you could get somebody to like you. Because eventually you're gonna get tired of that.
Oh man, that's a good word. You got any final thoughts, Jay?
One universal thing, man, I'll say is women love to see a strong man. Women love strength. And you
confidence.
You being yourself, standing in your morals, being who you are, not putting on anybody else's persona, that shows strength and that shows confidence. And that will attract the person who you want to make a life partner.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good word. Listen, fellas, you've been rolling with us. We want y'all to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Myron Live. This is the Get Your Shift Together Men's Podcast.
And Myron,
for
those listening, if you're listening, go ahead and leave us a rating. Go ahead and leave us a review. If you're listening on Apple, if you're listening on Spotify, wherever you're listening to this podcast, leave us a review. It helps more people to find the podcast.
All right. Peace out, peeps.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Get Your Shift Together Men's Podcast. For more information, please visit our website, menswinningsircle.com. That is, menswinningsircle.com. Let's win in the things that matter.